Hey, welcome back, Brush Monkeys. This week we are continuing our painting of the Women in Westerns Gunslingers 2 box set from Great Escape Games. And this week we are painting Rosamund Pike from Hostiles. It's another Western I haven't really seen. I haven't seen most of these. I don't watch a whole lot of Westerns. But the image of her pointing the rifle at the bad guy in one scene with, well, the guy was holding Christian Bale with a rifle, really striking scene, so I really like that. So I decided to go with that way of modeling her. Got her color scheme all laid out, and I think it's going to be a fairly quick one, because her whole dress is one color, and that's going to be the biggest block of color on her. She doesn't have a pistol on her gun belt. She just got the rifle cartridges. The rifle's going to be pretty quick and easy. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started painting her, and then we will come back and see how she looks. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and I've got her, fit to focus, I've got her skin and her hair done. She's looking pretty good so far. So up next, and I got her hat based in the Vallejo deep blue gray, which makes a nice background for that Gravelord gray shade wash. It's a speed paint, but it's really thin and doesn't really stand up on its own, so I like to use it as a shade wash. So I'm going to do that and the gun barrel next, because those are both in Gravelord gray. The gun barrel will get a slight dry brush of Necron compound, and then we'll move on to doing her dress. So I'm going to go do that, and then we'll come back and see how she looks. See you in a bit. Alright, we made some progress on our gal here. Her hat's done. I was going to paint the hat band a different color, but then I looked at the reference pictures, and the hat band is the same color gray as the rest of the hat, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Also did the stock and grip of her gun, as well as the body of the gun. I used dark wood for the stock, and then greedy gold for the body of it. And we'll go ahead and dry brush the barrels with the actually I may leave the barrels the way they are. I kind of like them that kind of flat black color. It looks like they're gun blued. Doesn't look so scratchy. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that the way it is. So up next, we're going to go ahead and do her dress, which is going to be the Reaper clotted red. It's kind of a nice dark reddish brown. It's good for dried blood, but it also matches the color of the dress in the picture. So that's what we're going to use her for. So we're going to go ahead and go do that, and then we will come back and take a look at it, and then we'll go on from there. All right. See you in a bit. Bye. Alright, we've got the dress done, and I decided instead of the clotted red was a little bright for what I was going for in the dress. I was looking for a darker kind of reddish brown, and so I went with Vallejo Hull Red. It's a really nice dark reddish brown color. Kind of the same color as the clotted red, just a darker version of it. So it looks really nice. So I based it in this, and then I mixed that with the clotted red to do the highlights. And the highlights look kind of stark on here because, one, they're still wet, and two, the camera seems to change colors ever so slightly. But it's a much more subtle effect in real life, and it looks really nice when it focuses in on it. So up next, we got her gun belt and the boots. I don't know why it's focusing on that cap like it's a person. There we go. So I got the gun belt and boots up to do next, and they're going to be snakebite leather, so it'll be pretty quick. And then we'll come back and take one more look at her before we base her. So she's coming along. Yeah. See you in a bit. Alright, Brush Monkeys, I got her boots done. I misspoke earlier. I said I was going to do the boots and the belt in snakebite leather, and I actually did them in Army Painter hardened leather, just more of a reddish brown color. Excuse me. And it fits a little closer to to what she was wearing in the movie. And fits nicely with the outfit too, so that looks good. So I did that, did the little bullet cartridges in her belt and her belt buckle. And so for all intents and purposes, she's done. The wash on her feet is still a little bit wet, so I'm going to let that dry, and then we will paint the base. And next time you see this gal, she will be completely done. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in a little bit. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there is our finished Rosamund from Hostiles. I think she turned out really nice. It looked really good. So thanks for joining me. And next week we'll be painting Evan Rachel Wood. We'll be painting a miniature based on Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld. So that should be interesting. Not a whole lot of females in Western movies, so I had to kind of go with some TV shows on a couple of occasions to kind of flesh out the list a little bit. Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood in Westworld is going to be a good figure. I think she looks pretty much like the character in the show. So join us next week for that, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. In the meantime, check out my other social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Hive, Tumblr, a couple others. I'm literally everywhere, Flying Monkey Studios. Go check that out. And thanks for watching. And in the meantime, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.